We'll just go sprint over here real quick. And there it is. Now, yeah, we could probably go for the pouch. I feel a little bummed out that, shoot, we're going to use all of our leather. Maybe I should use this and come back to it later. Because we are about ready to unlock our third skill tree, which I don't want to spoil too much on it because we're about to unlock it. But, yeah, we'll go and use this one since it's slightly less problematic, even though you do mostly use your other materials for it. Pouch is good, but we'll go with this. That's all I have. Please and thank you.
Ça va me simplifier la vie.
I'm sorry, old workbench. Oh.
No.
Right on time. Interesting. Okay, so we'll grab some leather, and yes, I know, there's still stuff out here, so I just wanted to clear out my inventory a spell before we did that. But yeah, we're gonna have to do quite a few puzzles with this and keeping them out of harm's way, quote unquote. So what you usually want to do is get it off screen, quote unquote, and well, it's not gonna work like this, but everything to the right of this light won't have any rats. But I think this is too small of an area to, yeah, oof, that was a bad call. Well, let's go and grab this stuff, not get nipped, if at all possible. I think that might be everything over here. Yeah, let me just step back a little carefully here. Okay, and then in the back, I don't think there's anything over there. It's not fair, but like it just, you can keep them corralled into a single small space, or you can lead them into enemies, as we're about ready to find out. All right, so as we climb up, I'll do that. And
T'as bien quelque chose, un truc précieux. On a tous un trésor.
Allez, Amicia, fais quelque chose, allez.
Hé, c'est quoi?
Ça t'apprendra.
oh, this poor guy. I mean, he's not really that poor, but as much as they would like to chomp on his body, I'm gonna double check it real fast. Let's see. Yeah, you're good. There's not really anything up here either, so, well, never mind. I stand corrected at every moment of my life. So we'll go ahead and clear this path for us just in case. They'll all be just hanging out over there. I don't know if you need to do it like this, but it makes me feel a little safer about myself.
Une fenêtre. Parfait.
And a window. Perfect. So let's go over here and get all these little damn critters out of the way. Make ourselves nice and safe. You can't go through that crawl space. There's nothing in there. So, yeah, and nothing right there. All right, well, here we have it. The next big story development, and boy, is it a whopper.
Maître, voici les pissenguis.
Ah, voyons ça. Parfait.
J'ai une question. On sait que ça vient des rats, mais à quoi ça sert?
Nous appelons cela odoris. C'est un des nombreux effets de l'épisanguis lorsqu'on le mélange avec du soufre. Mais ce n'est pas ce qui nous intéresse.
Mais pourquoi on ne pourrait pas équiper nos troupes avec ça? On pourrait...
C'est bien trop précieux. Chaque cristal d'épisanguis doit être consacré au projet. Par ailleurs, avec ces cristaux, nous avons déjà rencontré plusieurs, comment pourrais-je dire, des accidents regrettables. Apportez ça au bastion. Ce sera tout pour aujourd'hui.
Des accidents regrettables.
Imagine, tu t'en renverses sur les pieds. Tu finis ta patrouille cul de jatte.
De l'épisanguis? Qu'est-ce que c'est? Je dois voir ça.
I don't know if that was in the recording, but the screen just like flashed black a few times.
C'est parti. Allez, c'est juste un cimetière.
Yeah. So we are going to have to try to get past this, and if you make any attempt to backtrack, well...
Encore des morts.
Yeah, they don't even give you anything nice over here. No fabric, and I don't even want to imagine the smell. Like, God, I can't stand the smell of, like, a corpse that has been lacquered, you know, and, you know, made available for viewing. It's just one of those things where I have no interest in learning how a corpse smells in this capacity. Not even as like a birdie bots every flavored bean.
Qu'est-ce qui vous excite comme ça?
Okay, so in this scenario, had we not just witnessed that alchemist creating the odores, we would be screwed because we're getting into a position that we can't get out of. So we're gonna go over here and we're gonna grab ourselves our new type of material.
C'est ça, l'épisanguis. Bien. L'épisanguis et soufre. Reste à les broyer ensemble.
That's right. So, this will attract rats to wherever you want them to go.
Lucas, ça c'est pour toi.
Oh, that's nice. Hey, how appropriate. Wow, that's really random. Okay, that works. So this is very short-lived, so make sure that you put it somewhere that it's actually going to be helpful, and sprint. Get the hell out of there.
Ça marche. Ça va me sauver la vie. Il faut que j'en trouve plus. Souviens-toi, l'effet ne dure pas longtemps.
Yes, it does not last long, and with that, we can now upgrade our alchemy skill tree. And to be completely honest with you, this stuff is not all that great. It uses a pretty wide range of materials. I don't know why it keeps going to that third one, but basically you don't have to worry too much about instruments in case you actually just want to do this one. Or no, it's containers, right? So increasing the duration effect of luminous and odorous, fantastic, but using your sling and throwing somnum, not interested. I would rather get literally anything else. So we'll get into that once we get more episanguis, because you're going to need a lot of it. But luckily, they do give you a lot of it, and by the end of the next chapter, we will be completely full on odorous. So let's go ahead and just probably toss it like right over there. All of the rats will congregate, and we sprint past. Now, over here, locked gate.
C'est fermé.
And as you can see, there is something hanging on the wall in that little shed there that we want. Yeah, I'm gonna get it. So let's go grab some of this stuff. And
Là-bas, on dirait la sortie. Allez, j'y suis presque.
yeah, we are not far at all, so that's good. I guess we throw another one. They really want you to use quite a few here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just toss it like right there. There we go. And hopefully don't get nipped at.
Le sol s'est affaissé. Je dois trouver quelque chose pour me hisser.
Okay, so with that, let me go ahead and move this around. You guys all stay down there. I'm gonna need this little space, if you don't mind. So yeah, they're not gonna be able to get into this portion, and I gotta climb up there, but don't really have a way of doing that. So now it's time for even more odorous puzzles. Fantastic. Aren't you excited? Okay, so let's see. Down here we've got some more stuff. Definitely more crystals we're going to want to grab, so I'll craft one more of those. And I'll throw them in this back corner. I don't think there's anything over there, but there's a couple of things over here that I want, so there you go. Go for it. Nice, nice. See, I thought maybe because there's like, I don't know, a Lego Rock Raider-ass like wall there, maybe there would be something, but unfortunately gotta leave that alcohol behind. Darn. So this is also a bit of an interesting puzzle. So we have this light here, and there is a crate or a massive sort of thing we need to move across over here. And it's kind of an interesting puzzle. It took me a minute to figure out how to do, but it's pretty simple. So I'll go grab this. And basically what you want to do is get every rat in this area to be sort of congregated in that little hole or alleyway or whatever the hell you want to call it. But you have to make sure this is more or less off screen so that everyone is on the left side of the light. So I'll have it right, like, yeah, well, yes, right there.
Si j'arrive à la placer en bas, je pourrais grimper dessus.
So we'll go ahead and throw it right there. And then very quickly, go ahead and move this to the left because they're all going to go over there. And now they are stuck and we're free to do our own business. So have fun creating even more incurable plagues there, friends. All right, salpeter. And before we move this, head behind this. This is really easy to miss because now we're on the other side of that locked gate and we can get ourselves...
Comme si cet endroit n'était pas assez sinistre.
Yeah, this is a little creepy. I don't know about you. And guess what? All she had to do was pull on the damn thing earlier and she would have been able to open it. It's crazy. Amicia, the most unintuitive protagonist you've ever had since, I don't know, Jin Sakai. Who knows?
Allez, dis-moi que tu roules encore.
Yes, it can. Don't you worry one bit, Amicia. So, yeah, we're going to need to roll this down and hopefully we can make it work the way we want it to. Who knows? It could very well get stuck in the mud or it could roll really easily down the hill.
Oh non! C'était vraiment très discret. Bien, plus qu'à la déplacer.
I wonder if you could have like the rats down here and like squish them or how that would work, but it slides into place pretty easily, so I say we make our way up.
Tu vois? Tu t'en sors bien même.
Oh, she's giving herself like a little pep talk. Well, she's gonna need it in this next area. Oh, there must still be things over here. Let's see. Okay, I guess a rock, some sulfur, and cord. Thank you. Okay, so we're pretty close on getting our final sling upgrade, so that's good. We can make our container, so that would be nice. I am gonna have to use quite a bit of my, my episanguis. So let's go ahead and, use it. It'll be worth it though.
Pas mal du tout.
And for some reason, it just keeps auto-targeting the third selection, so it's throwing me off when it's like, oh, I don't even have that many of that material.
Oh, c'est pas vrai, mais qu'est-ce qui s'est passé ici?
Right. This section. The alleyway of death.
J'y suis presque. Lucas, il a intérêt à exister, ton livre. Oh mon Dieu. Ils ont massacré tous les malades.
Oh, les rats, ils ont lâché les rats. Aidez-moi.
Je peux rien faire. Je suis désolée. C'est pas possible. Ils ont utilisé les rats contre les malades.
Well, it's no wonder why there was a black plague if that shite was happening, you know? Okay, well, around this point, we are going to basically have to maybe reset checkpoint. It's kind of annoying, but you guys are going to see why here in just a minute. There's a guard that we can actually test using odorous on.
Qu'est-ce que vous avez de si important à dire pour gueuler comme ça tout le temps?
L'odoris.
Une fois
Je pourrais essayer.
ils vous donneront une bonne raison de crier, vous verrez. On a des artistes du couteau.
You want him to get over here as much as you possibly can. So, hopefully this works.
C'était quoi ce bruit?
Because we need to get into that alleyway next to him. And if those rats are there, then they can be really annoying. So, let's go ahead and just do that. But we can still sneak by. Don't fall backwards, please. Thank you. Sometimes that guy will fall backwards and you won't be able to sort of sneak into this side area, which admittedly doesn't hold much, but you can kind of see it from over there. There's a chest, and I will take it. No collectible or anything, but I'll take the tools. Why not? And some fabric. Nice. I've been using way too much of that as of late. But that is just about it. If you used the odorous on him while he was looking at these rats, he obviously would have just blocked your path, unless you for some reason decided that you wanted to waste a luminosa. So yeah, make sure you don't do that. Which, speaking of, we get to use here fairly shortly, so hooray.
Pourquoi? Parce que c'est trop tard pour vous. Appelle ça la clémence. Et rassure-toi, tous les autres seront bientôt sauvés. Hé! Arrêtez de les balancer dans l'eau! Ils finissent tous de l'autre côté. On peut plus patrouiller là-bas tellement ça pue. Ben, vous avez de la chance de sentir encore quelque chose.
So here we have our, I believe, first instance of a heavily armored, shielded guard. And this guy and this variant of enemy sucks if he sees you. So you definitely want to use stealth tactics against him, if at all possible.
C'était quoi ce vacarme?
You can still knock his helmet off as you could and would anyone else, but just keep in mind that
Je pourrais attirer les rats hors du pont.
they are very annoying. Now for the tricky part. There's some stuff right over there, and I do want to be really careful about trying to grab it, because you know I am greedy as hell, and I want to get as much good stuff as I can, so we're just gonna, there we go, slip on past. Good stuff though, holy smokes. And we'll take all of that and more, please. I think I can go this way, but as you can see, there is a man hanging out over there, unhelmeted, unshielded, and unarmored. And basically, we can get him from over here. But there's a second man right next to him. And he's gonna hear the commotion, and you won't get to hear their extremely unpleasant conversation with each other, so that's always fun, right? So, let's go and have a quick listen.
Ils sont encore là. Les pissenguis, les cages. C'est pas une simple évacuation.
Fellas,
On va tous tomber malades à rester ici. On se passera le mal les uns aux autres, jusqu'au grand inquisiteur. Et il restera plus personne.
Mais ta gueule! T'as pas fini de chialer? Je veux plus t'entendre. Pas un mot.
to hell with your exposition, man. I've had enough of that. Okay, so I think I'm gonna try to do this. I've not really practiced this method, but if we can go ahead and get his helmet off and not get it there we go. He's a little weird in the range. Do something like that.
Allez, montrez-vous.
There we go. Oh my god. Just dropped him like a bag of bricks in this dude. Oh my goodness. Jesus. I don't think you're supposed to fall that way, sir. I don't know that your arm goes in that direction. But there's a couple of different ways you can take these guys out. You could basically just ignore this guy. And if you slip into this alley over here, you can throw a rock at, you know, a chest full of metal and get his attention that way and lock him in via way of the lights here. But of greater interest is this direction. Now, we have our, I believe, only our second alchemist cart, but it's right in there, and you do need to use Luminosa.
Ces chariots d'alchimistes. Il doit y avoir des choses utiles dedans.
So, make sure you are well equipped and step into the rat's den. Leave me alone. There we go. And now they're gone for good. So, hooray. And this is actually an area I would very much highly recommend that you do all sorts of business in, because they give you basically everything. It is a good time. I will go for the pouch, I think, now that we're here and we got the materials. Yeah, the cords are what I'm worried about. Shoot. I actually would rather have the strings over the pouch. But I think it'll be okay. Well, I'll only need a couple of cords, so yeah, we'll still go for it. It's not going to be that much of a big issue.
Ça va faire du bien.
But this is a fantastic upgrade, one you probably won't get until very close to the end of the game, so don't worry too much about it. Let's go and craft everything else. Do a couple of these, and it's going to seem wasteful, but we'll do one of those, another one of those, and sure, we'll use my last leather pleather. There we go. Even though we are not going to need it until the next chapter, it's still good to have, you know? So we are set, and just in case you really wanted it, there is some episanguis right on back here. A healthy dose of it, so that's good. But like I said, you don't really want to worry too much about the alchemy skill tree. In my opinion, it's just a little shallow and slightly pedantic, so double check in here and make sure you just come inside, use the workbench once, make sure that it really ticks that off, because there is no indication in the game on what carts you have or haven't collected. It's kind of annoying, but It's one of those quirks of a game released 4 years ago. So, or 3.5. I don't know. You guys might not even see this until like fall. So, we'll see. So we are looking pretty good on everything. I did make the Somnum at some point. But let me see how close we are to our next container. Yeah, we're still gonna need quite a bit, but like I said, these are not important. And like I said, you can use Luminosa at the very last moment when you're getting devoured by rats. If anything, this one would be good. This one is also pretty good, the ammunition crafting, and this one is my favorite. So we'll hopefully be going for that. And as you can see, it doesn't use fabric or leather or rare materials, so it's the Episanguis you've got to be looking for. And speaking of, we're gonna have to use it here. So let's go ahead and toss it into, well, I don't think we can. I think if I just run through there as fast as I possibly can, we'll be all right. I'm gonna throw you in there, and we can't lock them, so let's do this. Run. There we go. Maybe you could.
Je brûle dedans. Dites ce que je dois faire.
Je sais pas.
Boire.
Oh non, ne buvez pas ça. C'est un cauchemar. Allez, courage. L'université ne doit plus être très loin.